My wife snapped, "You're cooking dinner every night from now on. I'm done lifting a finger." I said, "Understood." I called a realtor. 6 hours later, when she stumbled in after brunch and shopping, the kitchen was empty, and so was every closet she used. I, 34, male, watched my wife of 6 years drop a bomb that would end our marriage in less than 24 hours. Kimberly, 32, stood in our granite kitchen, manicured nails tapping the marble island I paid for, and announced her new terms. "I'm done cooking. I'm done cleaning. You handle dinner every night from now on. I've lifted my last finger in this house." I looked at her calmly. Understood. She smiled, thinking she'd won. She had no idea what that single word would cost her. 2 weeks ago, I came home at 9 p.m. after a 14-hour shift at my architecture firm. I pull in $280,000 a year. Kimberly works part-time as a boutique manager, making $22,000 when she feels like showing up. The house was dark, no dinner. She was at her 3rd spa day that month. When I asked about dinner, she laughed. "I'm not your maid. Order something." The next night, same thing. And the next. Until yesterday when she made her declaration, arms crossed, face set. "My friends' husbands cook. Why should I be the only one doing everything?" Everything. The word hung in the air like a bad smell. "I work 60 hours a week. She works 15 if we're being generous." "Understood," I repeated. What she didn't understand was that I'd already made 3 calls before she finished speaking. The realtor, my lawyer, and the locksmith were already on their way. Kimberly and I met 7 years ago at a gallery opening. She was stunning, charming, full of energy. She worked in fashion PR, pulling $65,000 a year. We talked about building something together, both ambitious. The prenup was my lawyer's idea. Standard stuff. What I brought into the marriage stayed mine. The house I bought 2 years before we met, my retirement accounts, my business equity. She signed without reading it. "I trust you, babe. I'm not marrying you for money." Year 1 was good. We both worked. We split chores. Normal couple stuff. Year 2, she switched to the boutique job. Needed something less stressful. I supported it. Her salary dropped to $35,000, but we were fine. Year 3, the boutique cut her to part-time. She said it was her choice. Wanted more freedom. Started yoga at 11 a.m. Tuesdays, Pilates Thursdays, spin class Saturdays. I picked up the slack. All of it. Mortgage, car payments, insurance, groceries, utilities, her credit cards. She contributed maybe $400 a month. I paid everything else. By year 4, she'd redecorated the entire house. $40,000 in furniture I didn't pick. "It's an investment in our home," she'd said. I let it go. Marriage is compromise, right? Year 5, her work hours dropped to 12 per week, 3 4-hour shifts. She was tired all the time, needed more self-care, more brunches with Amanda and Sharon, more spa. Appointments. I was working 60-hour weeks, coming home to empty takeout containers and reality TV. "Could you maybe cook once or twice a week?" I asked last month. "I'm exhausted from work," she said, stretched out on the couch in $200 athleisure she'd bought that morning. Then came the girls' trip to Napa. 5 days, $6,000 on my Amex. When I asked about the charges, she went nuclear. "You make good money. Why are you being cheap? Amanda's husband didn't even blink when she went to Tulum." "Amanda's husband makes $600,000 a year. So you're saying I don't deserve nice things?" I stopped arguing, started watching instead. She came back from Napa with new expectations. "Sharon's husband does all the cooking now. It's only fair. Sharon works 50 hours a week as a nurse. So I should kill myself working to prove I deserve help?" The logic was stunning. She worked 12 hours a week and expected me to work 60 plus handle all domestic duties. Then yesterday happened. After her declaration yesterday morning, I went to work like normal, but I'd already started moving pieces. At lunch, I pulled our bank statements. Last 6 months. The pattern was stunning. Her spending, $4,200 average per month. Restaurants, boutiques, salons, subscriptions. Something called Glow Luxe Monthly for $340. Yoga classes she attended twice. My spending, $800 per month. Groceries, gas, mortgage. Household expenses I covered, $8,400 monthly, everything. Her contribution, $400 sometimes. I pulled up her social media, public account, building her influencer brand. The posts were fiction, photos of our kitchen with captions like, meal prepped for my busy week, next to HelloFresh boxes I'd assembled. One post from last week, blessed to have a partner who supports my self-care journey. Women never settle for less than you deserve. The comments were gold. Your husband is so supportive. Relationship goals. I screenshot everything, saved it to a folder labeled Project Closure. That afternoon, I called my lawyer, Brian. Brian, hypothetical, marriage 6 years, solid prenup, spouse contributes nothing financially. What's the separation look like? Prenup holds unless there's proven coercion. Non-contributing spouse gets nothing except what they brought in or earned during marriage. Timeline for clean break? Uncontested, 6 months. Appreciate it. That evening I came home at 7 p.m. Kimberly was on the couch, wine glass in hand, watching Housewives. Where's dinner? She asked. You said you're done cooking. I assumed you'd handle your own meals. She looked at me like I'd suggested she walk on glass. I meant you're cooking from now on. Right, I'll order something. I don't want takeout. I want a real meal. Then cook one. Her face went red. Are you serious right now? I worked 11 hours today. You worked 4. I'm ordering Thai. This is exactly what I'm talking about. You have zero respect for what I do. What do you do, Kimberly? She threw the remote at the wall. I manage our home. I looked around. Dishes in the sink from yesterday. Laundry I'd done Sunday still unfolded on the chair. You're managing it into the ground. She started crying. Big dramatic sobs. Not this time. I ordered Thai, ate in the office, started drafting a timeline in a spreadsheet. Contribution column for her. Blank after blank after blank. This morning, Kimberly left for brunch at 10 a.m. Amanda and Sharon. Bottomless mimosas. Don't wait up for lunch, she'd said. The second her Mercedes turned the corner, I opened the safe. Every financial document from our marriage. I spread them across the dining table and started scanning. Receipt from September 14th, $340 at Nordstrom. September 22, $180 at the salon. September 29th, $420 at a spa. Couples package with Amanda. October was worse. $6,200 total spending. Napa trip was $100 alone. I photographed everything. Every receipt, every statement, every credit card bill. Then I opened her laptop. Still logged into her email. The group chat with Amanda and Sharon was a goldmine. Kimberly, October 18th. Joshua's being weird about money again. Like, sorry, I want to enjoy life? Amanda. Ugh, men are so cheap. I screenshot the entire thread. Then I found the Pinterest board. Dream life goals. Pictures of houses bigger than ours. $4 million estates. Upgrade goals for when M makes partner. I'm already a partner. Cars. A Range Rover. Deserve this by 35. One pin was an article titled, How to Get Your Husband to Fund Your Dreams. I sat there staring at that pin for 5 minutes. Then I called the realtor. I need an apartment. 1 bedroom, decent area. Available immediately. For investment? For my wife. We're separating. I can have options by tonight. Next call was to the locksmith. Need all locks changed on my house? Today. I can be there by 3 p.m. I started packing her things. Not angry, not rushed. Methodical. Clothes, shoes, makeup, skincare products. Boxes from the garage. Everything labeled and neat. Her jewelry, the stuff I'd bought her. I photographed with receipts. Then packed. The furniture she'd bought on my credit. Staying. My name. My debt. My furniture. By 2 p.m., I had 14 boxes stacked in the garage. The realtor texted, 3 options. I picked the middle one. $600 monthly, sign the digital lease. Need it tonight, actually. I'll have keys ready by 5 p.m. At 3 p.m., the locksmith arrived. New deadbolts, front and back. New garage code. By 4 p.m., the house was transformed. Her closet, empty. Her bathroom counter, clear. On the counter, I left 3 things. Divorce papers Brian had messengered over, my wedding ring, and a printed copy of her Pinterest board with one note, good luck funding your own dreams. Update 1. Kimberly's car pulled into the driveway at 6:47 p.m. She tried her key. It didn't work. Tried again. Nothing. She knocked. I opened the door but stood in the frame. Why doesn't my key work? Because you don't live here anymore. Her face went from confused to angry. What are you talking about? Check the counter. She pushed past me, saw the papers, picked them up. Her hands started shaking. This is a joke. It's not. You can't just kick me out. This is my house. It's my house. Check the deed. Your name isn't on it. We're married. Not for long. Prenups, solid. She grabbed my ring off the counter. You're serious. Completely. Where's my stuff? In the garage. 14 boxes. I've rented you an apartment. First month paid. After that, you're on your own. Her face went white. You packed my things? Documented everything too. Every receipt, every expense, every dollar you've spent in 6 years while contributing nothing. I contributed. I managed this house. I laughed. Kimberly, there are dishes in the sink from 3 days ago. You managed nothing. She started crying. Please, we can work this out. I'll change. You had 6 years to change. I'll get a full-time job. I'll cook. I'll do whatever you want. I don't want anything from you anymore. She collapsed onto the couch, sobbing. You can't do this. You threw yourself away when you decided I was an ATM with a pulse. My phone buzzed. Amanda, what did you do to Kimberly? I blocked her. Kimberly's phone started ringing. She answered. Mom, Joshua's divorcing me. He locked me out. I could hear her mother's voice through the speaker, shrill and escalating. Put him on the phone. Kimberly held it out. I took it. Joshua, what is going on? We're getting divorced. Kimberly has an apartment I've paid for. This is clean and legal. You can't just abandon her. I'm ending a marriage where I pay for everything and get nothing in return. She's your wife. She was my dependent. Check the tax returns. I hung up. Kimberly stared at me. This has to be a mistake. The locksmith changed everything. Garage code, front door, back door. Your car is paid off. Title's in your name. Your phone is on your parents' plan. Always was. I've removed you from my insurance, my credit cards, my accounts. You're taking everything. I'm taking back what was always mine. She grabbed her purse, hands shaking. You're going to regret this. I really don't think I will. She walked to the garage, loaded boxes into her Mercedes. Before she left, she turned back. I loved you. No, you didn't. You loved what I provided. She peeled out of the driveway. I closed the door, locked it. New lock, new sound. My phone exploded. Texts from her friends, her family. I turned it off, poured a beer, sat in my quiet, clean kitchen. For the first time in years, the house felt peaceful. Just space. Clean, empty, possibility-filled space. I raised my beer to the empty room. To new chapters. Update 2. The social media storm hit 48 hours later. Kimberly posted a tearful video. No makeup, messy hair. My husband of 6 years just abandoned me with no warning, threw me out of our home. The comments poured in. Men are trash. You deserve better. Financial abuse. Within 6 hours, 14,000 views. Her follower count jumped by 2,000. She was playing victim perfectly. Brian called. You seeing this? Yeah. Don't respond. Let her spin. We have documentation. Then her mother called my office. Joshua, Kimberly is falling apart. She can't afford that apartment. She has a job. Part-time retail doesn't cover rent. Then she should get a full-time job. You're destroying her. I supported her for 6 years while she contributed nothing. That's over now. She contributed to your home. Check the prenup. Check the financial records. She spent $4,200 a month of my money while working 12 hours a week. Silence. I'm sending you the bank statements, every receipt, every expense. I emailed them, all of it. Her mother called back 30 minutes later, different tone. I had no idea it was this bad. Now you do. What do you want from us? Nothing. Kimberly's an adult. She can figure it out. I hung up. That evening, Kimberly posted again. Screenshots of text messages between us, but edited. My message, you need to contribute financially. Missing context, this was after she'd spent $6,000 in Napa. The comments shifted slightly. He seems controlling. But then someone posted something interesting. Jeffrey, I worked with Joshua for 3 years. He's one of the most generous people I know. There's more to this story. Another. I've known Kimberly since college. She's always looked for someone to fund her lifestyle. Kimberly deleted both comments, but screenshots circulated. Then Brian sent a message. Her lawyer filed for spousal support, $6,000 monthly for 3 years. Let them try, prenup solid. They're arguing she gave up career opportunities. She worked 12 hours a week at a boutique. This is going to be fun. Update 3. Kimberly's lawyer sent a demand letter. Spousal support, $6,000 monthly for 3 years. Mrs. Jones sacrificed career advancement to maintain the marital home. Brian laughed when he read it. They're using lifestyle maintenance with a 6-year marriage and a prenup? Amateur hour. We filed a response with 47 pages of exhibits. Bank statements showing her $4,200 monthly spending versus $400 contribution. Screenshots of the Pinterest board, her social media posts. Work schedules showing 12 hours weekly versus my 60. The kicker was Exhibit 23, a spreadsheet breaking down 6 years of finances. My contributions, $487,000. Her contributions, $1,400. The math was devastating. Brian sent it with one cover letter. Client requests dismissal with prejudice. In the alternative, client will pursue reimbursement for marital waste. Her lawyer went quiet for 3 days. Then Kimberly started retaliation. First, she filed a complaint with my professional board claiming financial coercion. The investigator called me. I sent him the 47-page exhibit list. Everything's documented. Complaint dismissed in 48 hours. Next, she posted on local Facebook groups about financial abusers who hide behind professional success. My colleague Pamela commented, I watched that woman berate her husband at our holiday party for not buying her the bag she wanted, while he paid for her $200 dinner. Kimberly deleted the post within an hour. Then came the vandalism. I came home to find my mailbox bashed in. Security camera caught Kimberly's Mercedes at 2 a.m. I filed a police report. The officer looked at the footage. Your wife? Ex-wife soon. Property damage during divorce. Want to press charges? Absolutely. They issued a citation. $500 fine plus restitution. Kimberly's lawyer called Brian the next day. My client will drop spousal support if yours doesn't pursue vandalism. Brian didn't even ask me. No, your client committed a crime. That's separate. This is vindictive. This is consequences. Kimberly's mother called again. Joshua, please. She made a mistake. Drop the charges. She bashed my mailbox at 2 a.m. She's emotional. She's criminal. There's a difference. The divorce was finalized 4 months after I filed, uncontested after Kimberly's lawyer saw the prenup and documentation. She got what she brought in. Nothing. No spousal support, no house, no furniture, no shared assets. The judge looked at the financial records and said one sentence. The prenuptial agreement is valid and will be enforced as written. Kimberly left the courthouse crying. I left free. According to Amanda, Kimberly's life had completely imploded. The boutique fired her after she missed 3 shifts. She couldn't afford the apartment. Moved back with her parents. Her social media following tanked when people realized she'd been lying. Someone posted the court documents. Public record. All 47 exhibits. Her Pinterest board went viral on Twitter. Woman shocked her financial planning didn't include actually earning money. The comments were brutal. Imagine being this entitled. She wanted a sugar daddy, not a husband. Amanda told me Kimberly had deleted all social media. She's embarrassed. She really thought she'd get half of everything. She didn't read the prenup. She's working at a call center now, full-time, hates it. Welcome to adulthood. Her parents stopped calling after the judgment. The final collapse came 3 months post-divorce. Kimberly started dating someone new. Benjamin, finance guy, made good money. She lasted 6 weeks before he found her Pinterest board, still public. He broke up with her immediately. I'm not funding your fantasy life. She tried to play victim again, posted about men who can't handle strong women with goals. Amanda sent me the screenshot. She's never going to learn, is she? Nope. I heard Kimberly eventually got a roommate. split rent on a 2-bedroom, works 40 hours a week now, has a budget. Real life has a way of teaching lessons that coddling never did. It's been 8 months since I changed those locks. The house feels different now, lighter. I redecorated, got rid of Kimberly's $40,000 furniture. Bought pieces I actually liked. The kitchen is my favorite room. I cook most nights. Not because I have to, but because I want to. Made coco van last week. Invited friends over. Pamela's husband said, "You seem different. Happier." He wasn't wrong. I started dating someone 3 months ago. Nancy, civil engineer, makes $140,000 a year, has her own house, her own car, her own life. On our first date, when the check came, she grabbed it. "I've got this. I can pay." "I'm sure you can, but I asked you out. My treat." I almost cried right there. Now we just alternate naturally. No scorekeeping, no resentment. She saw my house last month. Noticed the minimalist style. "You redid everything recently?" "After my divorce, needed a reset." "I get that. I repainted my whole place after my ex moved out." We don't talk about our exes much. No need to. Last weekend, she cooked dinner at her place. Homemade pasta, wine, a movie. She paused it. "Can I ask you something?" "Sure." "That thing your ex said about you cooking every night, would you actually mind doing that?" I thought about it. "Depends if we're sharing responsibilities." "No. If I'm expected to do everything while contributing nothing back?" "Yes." She nodded. "That's fair. I like cooking and cleaning and contributing. I don't need someone to take care of me financially." "What do you need?" "A partner, someone who shows up, pulls their weight." I smiled. "I can do that." "Good, because I'm not looking for a wallet with a pulse." We laughed. I ran into Kimberly once 2 months ago. Grocery store. She was ahead of me in line. Looked tired, hair pulled back, no makeup, call center uniform. She saw me. Our eyes met. I nodded. She nodded back. No words. I noticed her cart. Generic brands, ramen, canned soup. She noticed mine. Fresh vegetables, good wine, steaks. She paid with a card that declined twice before going through. I paid cash. We left separately. No drama, just two people who used to know each other, living completely different lives now. I got in my car, drove home to my clean, quiet house, made dinner, grilled salmon, roasted vegetables, Chardonnay, sat on my back patio watching the sunset. No arguments, no demands. No one treating me like a resource to be extracted. Just peace. Kimberly wanted someone to fund her dreams. She got someone who funded himself instead. And honestly, we're both exactly where we chose to be.